Hello viewers, welcome to Health Profile. Today Dr. Jyoti Chabria is with us. Hi ma'am.
Hi Kritika.
How are you ma'am?
Great.
What are the suggestions you would like to give to people who are looking forward to lose their weight ma'am?
Well, the suggestions that I would like to give is that definitely do not only tap the internet and do wrong things. A lot of things like the keto diet is very heard of today.
Yes.
If a keto diet is not done correctly, it causes more trouble than good, is according to me. And I would always believe that do something like we are of the old school of thought, being in 31 years of practice. I would say if you can comfortably lose 3-4 kgs, a 4 kg weight loss in a month, slow, steady, and permanent, which will last and not come back. I would think it's more sensible to do that rather than doing something like losing 6 kgs and it all bouncing back.
Yes, exactly.
So you rather do.
But people are very crazy about this keto diet and all.
People are, because it's a quicker way to weight loss. But then
Okay.
it needs to be done by taking professional help, because on the net you see a lot of things,
Yeah.
but you need to do that correct, because
Okay, people are actually promoting this a lot.
yeah, but then you end up into nutritional deficiencies, which I'm sure one does not want. Or like even on a keto, you are advised to take supplements, but people don't do that.
Yes.
So if you do things halfway, it's not going to work out. And ideally, if you ask me what is the best way to lose weight, one is to eat correctly in terms of every 2-3 hours, cover up all your deficiencies. Nowadays you see a lot of patients with acidity and constipation. That's very rampant today. So get those corrected, because in my opinion, till your digestion is not okay, nothing else can be okay.
Okay.
Because that's the root. If you cannot eat and digest food correctly, where are you going to go and correct anything else?
Okay. There are a lot of factors are included in this.
Absolutely, because I mean, it's so shocking the number of people who are suffering from acidity today. I don't know whether it's stress or they're just eating from outside, from restaurants, oily food. I don't know what it is, but the number of patients that are coming for acidity to treat acidity and gastritis are really increasing.
Yeah, that is very painful also, of course, because they can't eat anything. After they eat the little bit of amount also, they feel so much acidity in them.
Yes, so actually the symptoms of acidity are like they feel very bloated after eating very little.
Yeah, exactly.
And this normally happens when they keep long gaps between
It
meals.
is very uncomfortable as well.
Absolutely. And when they keep long gaps between food, or they eat very spicy or oily food, and stress. These are the primary 3 reasons for acidity.
And how far these things are going to help, like ENO or kind of other kind of things?
See, in allopathy you have drugs. It's not that you don't. But how long are you going to be dependent on a drug? If you correct your diet, right, like even this Nutriline acidity what I have made is only ajwain, jeera, saunf,
Okay.
things like
All
that.
natural
All natural
things.
from the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's far better taking something like that, or even having ajwain jeera ka pani at home. These are natural home remedies which you find in any Indian kitchen.
Okay.
And it solves the problem. If you make your food, your food pattern like every 2 hourly gaps may you're eating something, you're avoiding spicy food like pickles and papads and chutneys and things like that. I
They
think
cannot give up those things.
you have to for a bit till you correct it, and then it's not that lifelong you're going to have acidity. Once you rectify it, then you can come to normalcy.
No, actually, what is exactly the cause of acidity, ma'am?
See, there are almost 2-3 reasons for people coming up with acidity. One is that when you don't eat on time, that's one very important factor. Like I've had patients who say I eat, breakfast at 10-11, I eat lunch at 4 and 5, and I eat dinner at 10 and 11. So obviously they are candidates for acidity, because you're leaving such a long gap, so the gastric juices are, coming out, getting secreted, and they're causing trouble. So long gaps should definitely not be there. Short, small, frequent intervals between your food is one. Not eating spicy or oily
But they
food.
say that we are not hungry, so we are not eating.
So if you don't necessarily feel hungry because you're uncomfortable because of the acidity, you keep taking liquids. Have ragi java, have your buttermilk, keep having liquids. Don't have citrus fruits, citric acid.
Yeah, actually this is a big doubt, ma'am. Actually, in the morning, in early morning for breakfast, can we take citrus fruits as a breakfast?
You can take citrus fruits as a breakfast, provided you're not having acidity. But if you are suffering from acidity, I would say definitely don't start your day with this, and also cut down on your tea and coffee, because that is something a special no for patients with acidity.
But in India, everybody wants coffee or tea. When
Absolutely.
They
But today you have alternatives. You have green tea.
Yeah.
You have herbal teas. you have Kashmiri Kawa, you have so many options today, which we didn't have in our time. So there are options today to always, you can go on with the habit, but get on to the right habit.
So, ma'am, what kind of fruits you will suggest people who are looking for the losing weight?
I would suggest fruits which have more water content, things like papaya, watermelon, kiwi.
Okay.
Let's put it this way. I would think they can eat really almost all fruits, but minimize the intake of things like which are high on
Okay.
fructose, like
Okay.
banana, mango, sapota,
Yes.
grapes, these sitafal. These are the fruits which are high on sugar.
Yes,
So those
yes.
you need to reduce. The rest
Okay.
is fine.
Well, coming to the grains, so what kind of grains they should include in their diet plan?
Okay. Today, see, everything has gone back to our Vedic times, quite
Yes.
honestly.
Yes.
So earlier in the like I've been working for 31 years. I would say past 10 years from now, people never believed in millets and all. Now it's come with a bang. Ragi used to be so cheap, but now ragi is expensive because it's all demand and supply.
Now it's on trending.
Absolutely. So people have understood today how because millets have a low glycemic index, they make you feel full for a longer time. They help to control sugars, weight, BP, everything. So people have reverted from rice to millets. That's a good option actually.
Too late, actually.
Late, but nevertheless, I would say. So what I say is, you don't have to eat millets all your life or all the time. Well, how you need to balance is maybe one. If you're a South Indian, I can't expect you to say, okay, you don't eat rice at all. So there are two ways to deal with this. One is that you don't make rice in a cooker. Why? Because when you cook rice in a cooker, the starch gets absorbed.
Doctor, what is the difference between the physiotherapy and chiropractic?
Okay, basically there
Because
are
actually they do the same.
okay.
We don't find any difference in it actually.
Yeah, basically different systems of medicines, their philosophies and their the way